Hey howdy, hey, how is everybody doing, and welcome back to Disney Daily. When we first see Sid's toys, we cannot help but feel terrified. I mean, they all look like they came straight out of a horror film. But as time goes on, we learn that they are not just helpful, but caring and intelligent. They are definitely misunderstood and could have easily explained themselves if they had just said something. So why don't they? Well, in today's video, we answer the question, why don't Sid's toys talk? Now, in my opinion, there isn't just one supreme explanation, but rather there is a combination of reasons for why they never speak a single word. The first and probably most obvious is the blatant trauma that they have experienced in Sid's room. Most of them have been dismembered or experimented on in some way, shape, or form. Additionally, they were probably verbally abused on the daily and perhaps even tortured when there were no new fresh toys to pick on. Furthermore, the toys lived in constant fear, always anticipating when their doomsday might come. Now, for those of you who may be wondering what I am referring to in terms of a doomsday, just think about the Combat Carl scene. Another reason in addition to trauma is that they were never properly played with or loved by Sid, so therefore they weren't able to fully develop and learn. Sid had very little to do with his toys. Once he either blew them up or performed surgery on them, he was done with them. Basically, they were out of sight, out of mind. By comparison, Andy was very active with his toys. He would constantly be engaged in some sort of make-believe scenario where not only did he speak directly to them, but he loved them. That power of love perhaps made them feel as though they were alive because their child made them feel like a human. Sid's lack of attention and affection to his mutant toys could have contributed to a delay in their learning, not just the language, but developing a personality as well. Additionally, we see Hannah's toys are able to speak even though they have no heads. But it is because of Hannah's love and care for her toys that they are able to develop and learn to speak her language. Now, although they didn't speak any words to engage with one another, they definitely had their own way of communication. This got me thinking that each child's room was its own culture in a way. In Sid's room, it was customary for them to use other forms of communication. For example, most of the toys use some sort of sound effect to pass on information. Characters such as Rockmobile, the frog creature with wheels, Legs, who looks like a giant fishing pole, and Ducky all used various sounds to communicate. Legs and Ducky in particular are probably the most prominent, with Ducky using quacks and Legs using clicks. Now, sound effects are a huge way that they communicate, but there is also Babyface, who uses Morse code to call out to the toys. All of them come rushing out of their hiding spots for a revenge plan against Sid, which indicates that they all have developed an ability to understand Morse code. Well, that concludes this video of Disney Daily. My question for you all is, do you agree with my reasoning for the toys not being able to talk, or do you have another explanation? As always, thanks for being my guest here at Disney Daily. Until next time.